Hello everyone, my name is Jazz and welcome to my channel. Welcome back to my channel, guys, and if you are new here, hi, my name is Jazz. So happy and excited to have you here today. And if you like home decor, DIYs and projects on a budget, make sure that you are subscribed and that you hit the bell to get notified every single time that I'm going to be uploading new videos. And for today's video, I want to share with you 10 DIYs that you can do using $1 items, things that you may have at home. You can reuse some other stuff to create like the perfect whole cocoa bar station. These DIYs are perfect to use in your kitchen, like I said, on your whole cocoa bar or your coffee station. You have so many options. I just hope that you can get inspired by these ideas. They're really easy to make and budget friendly, so I hope that you like them. And if you do, give me that big thumbs up. It really helps to support this channel. Like I said, I'm going to share 10 DIYs, so stay until the end so that way you can leave me in the comments which of these 10 ideas is one of your favorites. And make sure that you follow me, guys, on my social media pages, webpage jazomy.com, and my other channel, Jazomy Home. I'm going to be posting new things on my webpage, so make sure that you check that. All the links in the description box. I hope that you like these ideas, and let's get started. Okay, for this project, I'm going to be using this bamboo wreath from Dollar Tree. I think it comes in 2 different sizes, and this is the smaller one. And then I'm going to be using this piece of wood that you can also get at Dollar Tree. I'm going to remove the piece of twine, and then I'm going to stain this with some wax in antique color. Once I have that part ready, I'm going to be sticking these on one side of this bamboo wreath. You can add hot glue, and maybe you can secure these with some duct tape just for extra reinforcement. Once you have that part ready, you can add some foliage, greenery, flowers, or maybe some pine cones or things like that to make it look perfect now for Christmas. I decided to add some lamps here. I got these from Walmart. They are super cheap and they look amazing all year round. So I'm going to be adding 2 stems on each side of my wreath, and then I'm also going to be adding some eucalyptus also from Walmart, and they cost only 98 cents, so it is a really good deal. You can find so many really good stems and florals on Walmart. And I'm also going to be adding some of these frosted like twig peaks, something like that. They are from Dollar Tree, super cute, so I'm going to be adding just a few here and there. And then on my little circle sign, I'm going to be using these wood scrabble letters that I got from Amazon, and I'm going to leave you the link in the description box. They're so cute. You can do so many crafts and DIYs with this. So I decided to stick the word whole cocoa with some hot glue, and that's all. I'm going to be hanging these on the pantry door on my kitchen, and I really love it. It looks super cute. It's like perfect now for Christmas. And you can also hang these on your cabinets, and it's going to look amazing, super beautiful on a budget, and I just love it so much. For this next project, I'm going to be using these giant 16 by 20 canvases from Five Below. They come in a set of 2 for only $5, and they are huge. You can do so many projects with these. I'm going to be creating a sign for my kitchen, and I'm so excited about this project. First, I'm going to start by removing the canvas fabric from the wood frame by removing all of the staples. Next, I'm going to be working with the frame, and I'm going to stain these with some special walnut, and then I'm going to let it dry. From there, I'm going to be working now with the canvas fabric, and I'm going to start painting my canvas fabric with some chalk paint in black color. I'm going to paint the whole canvas fabric, and then I'm going to dry these with my heat tool that I have been using like for years, and I really love these. I'm going to leave you the link of this tool in the description box. If you like to do so many crafts and projects, you definitely need one of these tools. Once my canvas fabric is completely dry, I'm going to start cutting all of the edges that are like folded, and I'm going to make these a little bit smaller, just perfect to fit now my wood frame. I'm going to be adding the canvas fabric on the back of this wood frame, and you can use maybe hot glue, or you can use your stapler to stick these to the wood frame. I think it's easier, and I really love that technique. Okay, once I have that part ready, I'm going to start decorating this sign. First, I'm going to add a small beaded garland that I DIY. I got these beads from Amazon, and I'm going to leave you the link in the description box. I just add all of the beads in a piece of twine, and then I'm going to be hanging these on the top part of my sign. And then I'm going to be using my Cricut to make these super cute decals, and I really like it. I got this inspiration from Pinterest, but if you don't have a Cricut, it's okay, you don't need it to make this DIY. You can print something from Google. You can use some stickers, you can use chalk and make these like a chalkboard sign or something like that, and it's going to look awesome. And finally, I'm just going to add some like small dots here and there on the top part of the sign, and it's going to look like marshmallows or like snow, something like that. I don't know, I think it looks super cute, amazing. I'm going to be adding these on my kitchen, but it's perfect to add on your hot cocoa bar station, or on your coffee bar, or on any wall that you have in your kitchen. That's what I'm going to be doing, and I really like it. It looks beautiful, and it has this like high-end look, but it was so on a budget to make, and I really like it. Okay, for this next project, I'm going to be using some nautical rope from Dollar Tree, and I'm going to be making like a garland. I'm going to be using like all of the ribbons that I think I have that match with my decor this year. So I'm going to be using so many different ribbons. Ones are from Dollar Tree, other ones are from Walmart, Dollar General, Hobby Lobby. I don't know, I have so many ribbons here. They are all different, but all of them together I think it match really good. If I combine all of them together, it's going to look super cute. So I decide to use these, cut so many pieces but like in the same size, and then I'm just going to start adding these and attaching these into my nautical rope. I'm just going to make small knots and just have fun with these. I'm going to be creating kind of like a pattern, super easy to do, and you can also create these type of garland using maybe like leftover pieces of fabric that you may have at home. And just like I did, you can try to create like a pattern with the colors and the patterns that you are using, or maybe the textures that your ribbons have. But that's all, you just have to put all of these in your nautical rope, and then if you want to hang these, you can try to make like small knots on each side of your garland, so that way you can hang these maybe on a shelf or a command strip or some hangers. And it's going to be so much easier. I hang mine on this shelf that I have, but I think this can look amazing on a hot cocoa bar or a coffee station. It's going to add like a really nice pop of colors and patterns and different tones, and I think it's a really easy DIY project that anyone can do. I'm going to be using this frame from a mirror from Dollar Tree. I didn't have the mirror, I just have the frame, so I'm going to be using what I have. So I'm going to be using a piece of cardboard that I cut from a gift box from Dollar Tree, and I want these to have like a wood texture. So I'm going to be using this contact paper from Dollar Tree. I cut a small piece, and then I'm going to stick it to that round piece of cardboard, and then I'm just going to fold all the edges to the back side of these to make it look how I want it. If you have a round piece of wood at home, you can use that too and paint it with stain, but I think this is the most easy and budget-friendly way to do it, just using contact paper from Dollar Tree. Okay, I give you a few options. You can use a piece of wood, you can use a piece of cardboard and cut it in a round shape, or you can use the meter that these frames supposed to have. I didn't have it, so I used a piece of cardboard, and because it's too thin, I'm going to be putting popsicle sticks on the back side just to make it a little bit stronger. Once I have that, I'm going to be sticking this piece to the frame with hot glue. Okay, now that I have this, it's time to put whatever you want on your sign, and I decided to make a decal on my Cricut that says warm up hot cocoa served here. I made a mistake and I put 2E at the word served, and that's my bad. I need to fix that, but hope you get the idea of what I'm doing. If you don't have a Cricut, you can also use paint and paint it yourself, or a stencil if you have it. Another option is to get a free image from the internet that says something similar to this and make your own sign on a budget. Next project, I'm going to be using two of these jars that I get from Dollar Tree. Both of them have a lid on it, and first I'm going to add a label to each one of them. One is going to have the cocoa powder and the other one is going to have marshmallow. I made these two labels using my Cricut Joy, but you can do the same using a permanent marker and a piece of paper or any sticker that you find. It's time to fill the jars, and another thing is that you can get the marshmallows and the cocoa powder from Dollar Tree too, and they're really good. I tried them before and they taste really good. I'm not a big fan of the silver colors, so I decided to paint both of the lids from these jars with my spray paint in black ultra matte color just to give them a modern look, and once they were dry, I put them on my jars. If you want, you can leave them like that if you like it. They look amazing, but I decided to give it an extra touch, and I'm going to be gluing these two wooden caps that I have. I get them from Walmart, and I'm going to be sticking both of them on the top of each of the lids with hot glue. For the next project, I'm going to be using this wooden tray that I found, and first I'm going to be removing the name that has on one side by sanding with my sanding sponge. My daughter was using these, so it has crayon on one side, but I'm going to leave it like that. I'm going to cover that later, and I'm going to be painting the edges with this special walnut wood stain. Once it is dry, I'm going to be covering that space of the tray that have the crayon in yellow color, and I'm going to add this beautiful full scrapbook paper. You can get these scrapbook papers from Cricut, from Hobby Lobby, Michaels. I decided to use this one. It's very neutral, and I cut it the size that I need, and then I'm going to stick it with hot glue to my tray. And I just think this is the perfect spot to put both of my jars and make them look good. This is how my whole cocoa station looks like, and I really love all of these projects. I have like a full and detailed video of all of these DIYs, so make sure that you check the links in the description box. But I really love how these turned out, and as you can see, my elves on the shelves did like a really big mess last year. Actually, those elves still have like all of the stain from the chocolate, but it's okay, they are memories, and I just have fun with these and hope that you can get some inspiration. Okay guys, for this project I'm going to be using this bamboo cutting board that I get from Five Below, and I really like it. But also Dollar Tree sells bamboo cutting boards that you can get for only $1, and it's a little bit more budget friendly. I'm going to be updating this cutting board using this decal that I made using my Cricut, and it says for Santa, and have a space that you can put like the milk and another space to put the carrots for the reindeer. And I made it using my Cricut design space, but remember guys that you can do the same using stickers, or maybe you can draw it yourself using markers or paint. It has a hole in the handle of the cutting board, and I want to put a rope on it. So I'm going to be using this nautical rope from Dollar Tree, and I'm going to insert that rope at the hole of my cutting board, and then I'm going to make a knot. Guys, I think my whole house have the red color in every single space. So for the kitchen, I decided that I want everything to be in green colors and wood texture. So I found this cute ornament at Dollar Tree, and it has a green bell that I love, and I decided to add that bell to my cutting board, and I just separate the bell and made a cute bow using jute cord, and then I just glued that bell with the bow to the knot of my rope. To add this cutting board to your kitchen, you have so many options. You can hang it from the wall or from a rack. I'm just going to put it on the top of my countertop in the kitchen, and I'm going to add a flock Christmas tree that I get from the Target dollar spot for only $3. And also I'm going to add this glass bottle that I have. I'm going to be putting a few pigs inside of the bottle, and that's gonna be all super simple, but it looks amazing. In my kitchen I'm going to be adding so many trees, small Christmas trees, but they are going to add that like forest type of theme that I'm going for this year. The next project is going to be super cool because I have already the cutting board, and I'm going to be putting the milk and the carrots for the reindeer, but I need a space to put the cookies for Santa. So I'm going to be reusing this container that I get from a thrift store, and I already painted in white color, and the lid had this copper spray paint color that I already painted a few months ago, and I want to change that for a neutral color. So first I'm going to be using this tape to cover any area that I don't want to get painted. And the color that I'm going to be using is this matte river rock color, and I'm going to spray paint the lid and then let it dry. Once it is dry, you can remove the tape, and then I'm going to add that plastic piece that is supposed to have on the lid. Now that I did a small makeover on the lid, I'm going to be working on the ceramic container, and I give it a coat of spray paint in white color just to make it look nice and clean. And then I'm going to add this cute decal that I made using my Cricut. It says cookies for Santa. I get this design from the Cricut design space, but you can also do it yourself using markers or using stickers, or maybe you can search on Google for any picture that you like, print that picture on a white paper, and then use Mod Podge to attach that paper to the container. To style these cookies for Santa container on my kitchen, I'm going to be using this basswood slab that I get from Hobby Lobby half off for only $4.50, and this is going to give it some height to this container. And I decided to add this Christmas tree that I get from the Target dollar spot, and this wooden one for only $1 that I also get from the Target dollar spot. And this is how it's going to look on my kitchen. Super simple, but with a high-end look. And remember that you can use any container that you already have and just add some paint and a decal or a sticker to give it a nice touch and a refresh look for these holidays. For the next project,
I'm going to use this large red, it's like a soap mug that I got in Dollar Tree, and I'm also going to be using these stickers that have a lot of words and look a little bit like the Radon style. It's not the same, I know, but it's going to look so cool. The first thing I will be using is the word chocolate. This sticker set brings two words that says chocolate. But for the first project, I will be using the biggest one. And I'm going to form the word cocoa. So the first thing you have to do is to cut the letters that you need to form this word. And once you have all the letters cut, I will stick them in the center of my mug. And I think that one great tip is always to stick the letter that is in the center of your word first, just to make sure that the word is going to be centralized wherever you place it. And another tip is try to take all the air bubbles out that these stickers is probably going to have, and it's going to look much better. You can put so many things inside, like maybe candy canes or whatever you want, but this time I really want to add some Christmas trees on the top, and I just put a base so they can look like taller. And then I fill the empty spaces with these Walmart pine tree leaves. For my last project, I will be using this Dollar Tree ornament. You can use any sign that you want, but I'm going to use this one, and I'm just going to use the back side because I like the color that it already has, but I wanted to have just a little bit of a distressed look. So I'm going to use my Waverly chalk paint in white color, and with a very small amount of paint, and with this brush I'm going to apply it all over the sign. Once it's dry, I want to add a pop of color, so I use 2 pieces of tape and I will paste them in my sign, leaving a space in between. And finally, I'm just going to paint it in red color. When you remove the tape, this is how it will look, and I will do the same thing but with white paint and of different sizes in the bottom and the corner of the sign. Once you're done, this is how it will look, and I think it looks so cute. Now I'm going to use the other sticker that I have left over, which says chocolate in the size that was smaller, and I'm going to cut the letters that I need to form the word cocoa. And from there, I only have to stick them in the center of the bottom of my sign. I really want to add the word hot, so I will also use the letter H and T. And for the letter O that I need, you have to use the word doesn't. I know that it's a bit smaller, but it still looks great when you stick them in your sign. Finally, we put a piece of ribbon, the same that we used before, and that will be all for our last project. I really love how this whole setup look. I did these like 2 years ago, and I really love how everything turned out. I was using like this buffalo check pattern all over my home, and it's really popular right now, so you can still use it and you can get some ideas from these. I was not using my Cricut in these projects, and as you can see, it turned out amazing. I have the original video linked in the description box, so make sure that you check that. But I really hope that you can get inspired by these ideas and DIYs, and that you can create your own whole cocoa bar station or coffee station, or maybe just decorate a nook on your kitchen. So if you like these ideas, please give me that big thumbs up. It really helps to support this channel. Let me know in the comments which of these 10 ideas is one of your favorites, and make sure that that you are subscribed to this channel and that you hit the bell to get notified every single time that I'm going to be uploading new videos. Remember to follow me on all my social media pages, webpage, and my other channel, Jazomy Home. All of the links are always in the description box of this video and every single video. Thank you so much for all the love and support, and see you in my next video. Mwah! Bye bye guys, and Merry Christmas!